This is Wyatt.
Right. Ready.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's freaking out.
That was pretty good.
That was terrible.
It was better on my end though. Like I waited a second and then I like synced up to Burley coming in. So I thought it sounded a bit better. That's fair enough. We'll get it one day. Welcome and thank you and welcome to everybody to the 4.7 episode.
Yeah.
When it's not
4.5.2.
4.5.2. We're in pre-alpha of 4.6.
About it.
Yeah, we basically just we tried to do a little thing for Satoru Iwata. He passed away at the age of 55. Worked on a million games, Kirby's Adventure, Earthbound, all these fantastic games, and we tried to do a little tribute to him. I messed up. He's one of my heroes, and I messed up. I will carry that shame to the grave.
I blame the tech.
He blames the tech. I blame my own hubris that I didn't test before I got here. I messed up. I'm sorry, Iwata. Forgive me. Thank you. But we're just saying, yeah, thanks so much to Satoru Iwata for everything you've done. And top bloke. Top bloke.
Oh, totally. Yeah, so Abby's not doing too well.
I'm a little sad, but that's okay. And I'm not gonna stop looking at Satoru Iwata stuff because it'll just make me sadder. Welcome everybody to the 4.5.2 for the 14th of July, or the 13th, I should say. Just so you don't get mad at us for all the news we don't know. I realized why I gave a date. It was this morning. I was like, oh my god, it's so I can contextualize this and no one will yell at me. Anyway.
Yeah, people still will. Let's be honest.
I know,
people like to mock each other.
Tweet at Starstroids, all of your offensive comments.
Yep, all the offensive comments, questions.
Send them straight to me. I won't look at them.
Yeah. Yeah, send them to Starstroid. Yeah.
Today.
There it is.
Flood my inbox. Today we have the lovely Lady Azabat, the incomparable Burly Man. And it's just little old me, Avi.
The guy who like runs the podcast, edits it, does all the fancy stuff, even the gameplay in the videos.
The guy hosting this, the guy playing all the Iwata games on your screen right now.
He's the one doing all the work. I'm just sitting there drinking Coke Zero in a fucking leather tankard.
Let's talk about... And today we're going to talk about all the money you've wasted on things that you couldn't use. So, you know, first world problems cast, I think.
Yeah, I've got... Should I start with a horror story, or...?
Give me a rundown of what you've been doing over the week. We'll have a little chat about that stuff.
Oh, yeah. We usually do that, don't we?
Give me a little catch-up.
Well...
Just a little one. Doesn't have to be long.
Let's see. Well, I've got hooked on Skyrim again.
Oh, no.
Yes, I've been bitten by the Skyrim bug.
It was after we talked about all those mods?
Yes, actually, and I discovered Skyrim Nexus.
Oh no!
I've been downloading some mods.
Oh no!
I broke Skyrim the other day. I was
really?
I fucked the animation. They were doing the T-pose and everything. Right, I'm gonna sort this one out.
They were all super crafty.
I went back to playing Skyrim. Within 20 seconds I was being attacked by a dragon, and when I got rid of the dragon there was an ice race around the corner. I was like, just another day in the life of the Dovahkiin.
Has everyone been playing Skyrim?
I think so. I think I remember talking to Azabat saying that I've been hooked on it, and then she goes, "Oh yeah, I installed that, so I can play it." And then she started playing it.
Yeah, I reinstalled it after we spent ages talking about the mods and realised that my copy of Skyrim wasn't installed. I was like, I need to fix this, and then I forgot to play it. And then I saw Burley pop up and play, and I was like, oh yeah!
That's awesome.
Azabat, that mod that you suggested, the Sky UI.
Yes.
I love you.
Oh.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Amazing.
It's awesome.
You fixed everything.
Best thing ever.
The Sky UI. I've got extra animations now. I've got this level, this map, this castle, right? That's like dragon skeletons all around it. It's massive. It's near High Hrothgar, and you can go in there. There's like an extra dimensional chest that you can take things from anywhere in the castle. It has a kitchen. It has a sanctuary for magic. It has an armory. It has a forge. It has dungeons. You can even customize what the guards are wearing.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
have you filled it full of cabbages yet?
What I've done
Damn
is I
cabbage.
filled the treasure room, which has a dragon guarding my treasure hoard.
That's
With
awesome.
fruit and veg.
With fruit and veg. There you
Well,
go.
I get free like hoards, and you can actually put money in, and it actually kind of the more valued
Oh,
stuff in
okay.
it, the more gold actually there was like floats on it. It's sort of like what do you call it? Overlord. You
That's
know how
interesting.
when you get more money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
really good.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's the longevity of Skyrim right there. Like, you're playing
Yeah.
it.
Oh, and I got
Oh,
lots of
man.
pretty outfits.
Skyrim's one of those games where I tend to just drop in and out depending on my mood and
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of play a few minutes here and there.
It gets really bleak if you play a lot of it, I've found. It gets really, like, I can't
Yes.
handle it after a
Yeah.
while. But,
I've discovered, like, unlike when I used to play Oblivion, and I literally used to sit there for hours and hours, and I sit there in Skyrim with, like, hearing the wind howling,
Oh yeah.
and being attacked by, like, ambushed by stuff, and then suddenly dragon. I just go, oh, fuck you, you big scaly beastie.
there's never a
Literally,
nice moment.
I had this dragon stalk me across a mountain, through a town, across another mountain, before I eventually managed to kill it.
Jeez,
Oh,
that's
fun.
ridiculous.
Oh,
I mean, the reason
It
I'm
literally, it killed the town. I hid in the corner of a barn where it couldn't see me, and I just snuck around it while I murdered the town's inhabitants. Escaped down the other side of the mountain, only to find that it had followed me. I was like, oh, fuck off.
I can
I'm
just
still
hear
here.
the tales of this Overkin. This Overkin ran away, he let the people die. La, 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 la.
The dragon
He
killed
lived
us
to fight
all.
another day.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason I've started playing it is I've been asked to do some more role-playing stuff, and I want to do some more campaigns with you guys at some point.
Yes.
Not just fantasy, though that's one thing, but I want to do a sci-fi.
Hey. Oi.
After yours,
Oi.
it's fine.
Oi.
Oi.
Mother.
I want to do a sci-fi that I've been working on for like years, and I've also I've just refound the Marvel superheroes RPG tabletop. Yeah, like the
Fuck
proper
yeah.
old school, and I was just like, I'm gonna play it with some people.
dude.
I've got to play it with the guys.
I love,
the gals.
dude. I love that mess. I don't know if I've played the old version. I don't know. I'd have to look. We'll talk about this.
We always say that as well. Like, oh, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, I mean between
Yeah, I
us, me and you.
Ooh.
Yeah, no.
I do want to get that game. I've been nerding out on that recently as well.
Hell yeah. It's awesome, dude.
So, what have you been up to, Abby?
Me? Where do I?
Yeah, I want to.
Well,
I wanna know about
it's
it.
funny you mentioned sci-fi RPs because I've actually been map building, rolling characters.
Nice.
The group I'm rolling characters with, I'm playing Traveller. If anyone's familiar with Traveller, it's a really cool sci-fi RP system. Burley, if you want, actually, if you're gonna host a sci-fi roleplay, I don't know if you've got a system already, but Traveller's awesome, and all of the stuff's there already.
Oh, I'd like to do your little campaign at some point as well. So.
Oh yeah, we'll do my campaign, but then that could like introduce you to the system, and then like you can see if it would work for your campaign, because like it's just got everything of sci-fi in it. I literally, what happened last night, I googled every race that's ever appeared in Traveller, and there's 273 of those bad boys, and you can also generate your own. But then everyone that had generated a race in my campaign, because everyone decided to make their own sort of races, right? Except for this one dude who wanted to be a Star-Lord, and he basically is a human, but he's like, no, I'm hybrid human, I'm half something else, and then he sent me the link to what he's half of, and it's just other humans. I'm just... Anyway. So yeah, I've got an uplifted dolphin, which is a sentient dolphin with robot legs. I've got a giant yeti, a giant Sasquatch, who's 5 meters tall and just huge. And I've also got a tiny little monkey who's a little pirate and a gunner, and those are the characters I've rolled so far. Yeah, they all turned into Guardians of the Galaxy characters except for the dolphin. Because the giant guy is like a Groot.
Dibs on Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon is mine.
There is a race called the Racconid who are evolved raccoons, uplifted raccoons.
That is
Mine.
So basically, yeah, you can roll anything, and all the characters they made are these like giant yetis with like adapted broadswords and stuff, and like laser pistols, slug rifles, and all this fun sci-fi jargon things. I'm trying to get someone to man drones, personal attack drones, and I'm thinking the Dolphin's gonna get in on that. But my point is, I looked through all the races in the canon, and all of these races they created existed already. They all were part of the canon. They were all like had relations, and there's this massive interactive star map you can use. It's great. I've been fully immersed in Traveller this week, basically.
I'm gonna be absolutely looking forward to when we do that for the Geek Guard.
And yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I've got all these maps set up. Like I've actually got my universe getting built out right now, and so when we get there, you guys are gonna have so much room to play in because these other guys did the legwork and walked around first.
I just hope the viewers enjoy it as much as we will, because I'm going to have a fun time editing it. It's going to be great. I'm going to put music over it and everything. It's going to be great.
Oh, is it your turn to record the campaign?
Well, I figure since I'm not GMing that one, I might as well take up the mantle for recording, just to give you a break.
I won't use the in-game music if you're going to use music as well. That'd be cool.
I mean, if you use music in the game, I won't put anything over it. But if you're not, then I'll put something over it.
We'll see.
So.
Oh, I just love the random spurts of like the hero of Canton just popping up in the ambulance.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have. You can imagine. I'm writing a sci-fi RPG. I've got a lot of things.
For the viewers, if you don't know what we're talking about Amulet of Power as well. Go check it out on Azabat's channel.
Dude, it's fucking awesome. Also, I think the stuff out on Azabat's channel right now is still the what we could call maybe the placid times, the good times, the new
in about hang on how many episodes time we've got?
The neutral life. I mean, yeah, I guess it starts getting weird in that dungeon. Starts.
It did the first dungeon and things got weird. Thanks to yours truly, you know, just over there.
Wow. Yeah, Deseran. God, what a weirdo.
Oh yeah, it's a dwarf of the mining and
hanging out.
Definitely not the halfling with his insanities.
Yeah, but they don't know about that yet. That stuff's like episodes.
Ow.
So you're still in the good times. Things are still normal.
Okay, so you better go
shopping.
Check that out.
We're shopping at the moment. Is
that what you got to so far?
Yeah, that's it. This is with missing out the plot episode as well.
Oh yeah, we got to do that.
Oh man.
Don't we?
Yeah, this is because I'm putting out one episode a week because I have so much stuff on my channel to put up at the moment that like I'm just like, no, you can have one episode a week. When I've got nothing to upload, then it'll probably be 2.
Yeah, for sure.
I know those feels.
I get you.
Get you, man. I get you.
Baby.
I am slowly starting to run out of footage, so it might happen sooner rather than later.
Oh now.
I'm pretty psyched. You can do longer episodes. You can do a live stream.
Actually, a live stream of the role playing might be quite a good idea.
Well, Roll20 is very easy to live stream. It's very low impact. So
yeah, I could actually probably, but I wouldn't be able to use the footage in the channel is the problem, because I have to drop the quality so low.
Oh really?
Yeah, it tends to make it really crap.
But if live streams in the title and stuff, I'm sure no one would be mad that the quality was lower than the other videos, because they'd see that it was like longer and stuff, and there'd be a little chat window running along the side maybe or something, so they could see people's reactions and stuff.
This is true. This is
Hell,
true.
I'll stream it if you give me the stream key to your channel. I'll stream it for you.
There we go.
I mean, there's options.
Something to talk about for future role plays, that's for sure.
That would probably work a lot better. Just here, Abby.
Well, like, yeah, anyone. Well, just keeping in mind, we can stream for each other and we can show up on each other's channels without trading login information. So
That's right.
keep that in mind, viewer of the podcast. Wait, I forgot we were doing a thing. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Edit that. Edit that.
Cut it out.
We're getting like so off topic, left, right, and centre.
We are
I
a
can
little
tell
bit.
We haven't spoken to each other properly for several days.
Yeah, I know. And we're just catching up, guys.
Oh yeah. No. This is what's been happening with Burley. Burley got married.
Oh shit, he did. Totally forgot about that. Well, I didn't forget, but like I forgot that it was.
trying to keep that quiet, to be honest.
Married man. Yeah.
So yeah, moving on.
Wanna be my lover? Yeah. What?
So moving on. The subject, games and pricing, I believe.
Being a grown-up and being an adult and living the dream. Is that what we're talking about?
I've had to be far too much adult lately. I'm bored of being an adult.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, you know. Yeah, it's us. I actually have an appointment coming up that's very adulty, so maybe let's just leave that in the past, guys.
Let's move on.
Alright,
Let's dig
He's
in.
got a horror story to share.
Let's talk horror stories. Yeah, so just so everyone's aware.
I bought Thief on the pre-sequel. There's my horror story.
Oh no! Do you want to start us with that? Also, just to give everyone clarification, we're talking pricing and horror stories. It's pretty relaxed kind of cast today. So
This is a chill cast.
This is the chill Guardcast.
I'm doing another chill cast this week. Another chill cast this week. Oh yeah.
Chillcast.
So yeah, please tell me your horror stories.
Yes.
My horror stories. I've been quite a fan of like the Thief games ever since I was younger. I kind of grew up with them. My friend's mother used to play them back when she babysat.
It's awesome.
That's funny.
Like even though I never really got to play them for myself until I was old and wrinkly my own way, but you know, I was still really stoked for the new Thief game. Like the trailer looked really cool, and what I'd seen of like the gameplay trailers looked really, really good, and I was like, cool, they've taken some stuff from Dishonored. No, they ripped Dishonored off.
Really?
And
Did they absolutely rip it, man?
It's really annoying because it's got like they simultaneously made the game incredibly unforgiving but too easy at the same time. As if they literally like spoon feed you the way to go through missions and stuff, because you have this thing called focus now.
Like the
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Eagle Vision.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it just makes the game so easy in so many ways, but at the same time it's like if you're spotted then it's hell by the guards. Like they still have that kind of unforgiving nature, but what I wasn't anticipating in the game was in one particular level, and those who have played Thief will know the level I'm talking about, when you're questing for someone and it takes you into a brothel and things go from being kind of quirky to really, really quite unpleasant. And
But like not in like a artistic way.
not in a kinky kind of way.
Like a Bioshock Infinite kind of way. Like this is a bit different.
Let's just hang on. I just need to point this out. Every time something kinky comes up, we either get Wyatt going, "Oh yeah," or one of us guys going, yeah." But as soon as the lady kind of talks about kink, she's like, "Ooh."
I threw out an ooh.
Queen Frood over here, come along now. So you can just imagine, like, in this particular scene where basically you go underneath the brothel and you peek through the cracks in the walls. You see some really disturbing shit.
I hate that in game. Like, I don't know if you guys played The Order at all. You guys played The Order?
No,
There's a bit of that in The Order. Order's pretty like it's just gratuitous in places, and it just like, and then you'll see, and there's like nudity here and there and stuff. But there's like you don't play enough of the game to ever feel like you're part of the world enough to like acclimate to it. It just is very jarring. But anyway,
yeah, that was the main bit that put me off. But there were certain gameplay aspects that also frustrated the hell out of me. Like in the same level, funnily enough. I pretty much lost my rag during this level and never played the game again. But you're exploring the room for loot, and then suddenly it takes you through a one-way door without any warning.
Oh.
And I hadn't saved since about halfway through the previous part of the level. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
I've just missed out on pretty much an entire level's worth of loot.
That's brutal.
Because I systematically moved clockwise round a room, and it took me through a fecking one-way door.
And isn't it a game based around recon, exploration, stealth mechanics, like actually being able to navigate the environment and steal things? You know?
Yeah.
Wouldn't one expect to not ever be trapped by a locked door because you are the thief? You know? Just throwing that out there.
Throwing it out there. So yeah, it's a game that had I caught it in the Steam sale, I probably would have really quite enjoyed playing it. But paying for like the pre-order version and all that, I just kind of went, oh, I wasted my money a bit here. I haven't really played enough of it to feel like I've got my money's worth. I even tried playing it for the channel and got cheesed off with it again.
Yeah.
How much have you spunk on that game then?
Yeah, let's...
Oh dear God.
I'll add it to your sadness total. I've got sadness.
Abby, play the sadness theme.
Wah, wah, wah. Perfect.
Well
we
done.
should do that for the clap sync. That was perfect.
That was oddly enough, yes.
Don't worry, I have columns for all of this on our sadness totals.
Oh, is this a competition for sadness?
Apparently. Now it is.
Now it is. Alright, so
I'm just interested. Like, I just want to sort of get a gauge on that, because that's really interesting to me at this point when, like, there's all these arguments out there about pricing right now, right? Like, we're talking about, like, early access is a weird idea because you can get a game cheaper, but it won't be finished, and it might never get finished, which is where a lot of my horror stories come from.
But then you also have with early access, and that sometimes they charge you for a full price game and then never finish it as well.
Well, exactly, which is Daisy. Oh man, it's cold in here.
Yeah, the sneeze you had there. You're right.
I'm alright. Ah man, it's big. It's winter. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I have like a good story in terms of paying full price early access for a game.
Lay it on me.
And that
Did we get
that?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
This one's not a horror story. This is like me buying.
You paid money and you were happy?
This is the story of Darkest Dungeon.
Oh god, people do like that game, yeah.
One of the best games I have seen pulled out in early access, and how clean it was and how well polished for an early access game.
Oh yeah.
It really was.
It's like they kept the...
Even the bugs were quite amusing. Had some quite funny bugs actually, and I did... Typically with me, it's if you want a game broken, hand it to Azabat, because she will break it very quickly if there is a problem with it.
So you would describe yourself as more an exploratory player, then?
I broke Darkest Dungeon in 5 minutes.
Wow. What did you do to it?
Then I fixed it.
Why did I send you my game?
I broke 3 games in a row of Prison Architect.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
I'm like that as well, but less with those kinds of games, more with like physics-based games. If you give me something physicsy, I will like try and bust that open, like
and succeed.
Well, no, Nintendo games. Nintendo games still holding strong.
All I can think of is when I played Fort Meow on the live stream.
Fort Meow, yeah.
Beautiful game. Beautiful little game.
Just the memories.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need a sadness.
Good story. Yeah, I just want to know how much did you pay for Thief? Was that like $100 or was that like?
No,
60?
I think it was about £20.
£20.
That sounds about right for
20 scones, as it were.
Yeah, well, we're gonna average these things out to scones, so I'm gonna put that at 40 scones because pounds are a bit more than I'm just gonna. You have 40 scones of sadness. Congratulations. Okay, yeah. This is the scoring system of. This is the official scoring system of the Geek Guide podcast, by the way, guys. Scones of sadness. Of sadness.
Damn straight it is.
Okay, so Azabat has 40, but then she does lose 10 because she enjoyed Darkest Dungeon. That's true. That's real. Okay, Belly Man, I'm gonna need you to rebuttal that. What? Give me a horror story.
You want a horror story? Okay, let me have a good think about this one. Ooh,
or a good story as well.
Right. Who here is a fan of the Aliens series?
Oh no, yeah. I know exactly where this is going.
I'm not a massive fan, but I know of them, and I've laughed at people playing the game.
Ripley will be mine.
You know, you like xenomorphs and stuff like that.
Ripley will be mine.
So I was a fan of the AVP game that came out. I thought that was really good.
Do you mean the 90s one or the recent one?
The recent one. I actually really enjoyed that. I thought it was really good. I liked the fact that the character you played as a human was, you know, you're helpless, but you're not at the same time. I liked that aspect of it.
Yeah, it was good.
So when I heard about Colonial Marines, I was just like, ooh, a pure Aliens game. Oh wow, it's a sequel. I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna play it. Oh hello, this is brand new. Okay, this is for the Xbox. Maybe 50 odd quid, maybe? Yeah. So that was 100 scones.
50 quid. So wait for the pre-order.
Yeah, it would be about 100 scones.
Are you actually telling me you paid £50 to pre-order Colonial Marines? I'm not disbelieving you. I'm just very upset. Okay, you didn't pre-order it, but it was an expensive game. It was an expensive game.
It was. It might have been 40. Let's go for 40 because that is lower.
But it is a depressing game. You get 100. Azabat and me have agreed on this.
Yeah.
So, I'm a big Aliens fan. Right? Yeah. I've watched all the films. I've watched all the Predator films. I love the lore. I even have the Colonial Marine handbook. I know the tactics of the Marines. I know what weapons they have.
That's awesome.
Right? I know a lot.
I
even have comic books.
You love the Xenomorph universe. Everything from Predators to Aliens to that reality. I get it. I get it.
So you know my hype.
I feel you.
I want to be that Marine. I want to be a Marine. I want to go kill some aliens. I want to figure out that mystery. So I get into the game, and it starts off, it's all kicking off. I got all the Marines going, "Ooh, we're gonna go in, the shit from the film. Something's going wrong. The squad we sent over is fucked." I was like, "Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll suit up." "Yeah, you corporal." "I'm a corporal." "Nice, okay. Suit up. You're going in first. The rest of us come in after." I was like, "Okay, that'd be why I'm alone then." Okay, and then it does the sequence where you're looking at the pulse rifle, and he slaps the clip in, and he looks at the ammo counter.
Yeah,
and it's like, "Why is it only 50? Why is it only 50? It should be 99."
Yeah, exactly.
And I look, and then they say, "Oh, it's the Mark II pulse rifle. It's a little bit more stable." I was like, "No, they didn't. No Mark IIs. No, don't. No, whatever. I'm gonna go.
This is fine. I can live with this."
Yeah. So I'm walking along this umbilical cord, and an explosion and sound in space happens.
I've seen a Let's Play of that sequence. Holy crap! Yeah.
And then what's it? The glass is cracking.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're in that tube.
Glass cracking would completely rip it open straight away. There's too much vacuum.
The vacuum of space. Yeah. The infinite.
I looked past that. I was like, okay, this is an 80s film. I'll look past it. I'll enjoy it. So I walk on, and we got these Marines all fucked up. And you got one dude doing fucking CPR on a guy that's completely battered, pretty much.
Yep.
And he's like, this weird shit is going down. I don't know what it is. I was like, you know exactly what it is. It's a bug. It's an alien. You know what an alien is.
Aliens 2, remember?
Yeah. I mean, they even mentioned it's a bug hunt in Aliens 2. They knew about xenomorphs.
Yeah, exactly. Or like at least alien races to a degree. Like they knew. Yeah. They've done this.
And then he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I'll come after you." "Oh shit!" And then he runs back to his mate and starts doing more CPR. So you're on your own again. And you're walking along, and you've got your bleeper going blip, 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 all over the place. It makes no sense whatsoever. Can
I just say, someone please animate this? Holy shit. Please. Bellyman's adventure. Continue.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, this is all bleeping off, my little sensor thing, which I'm holding, which I thought was pretty cool. I like the fact that you're actually holding the radar up. That was kind of cool.
That's neat.
But it's just you bleeping all over the place. It's like, no, this does not help me. And I was walking around for maybe, 10, 15 minutes, didn't see a single thing. The thing was bleeping, and then I got fed up with that. And I got into a bit of an alien hive, and I was like, okay, things are about to kick off. Oh, look, there's a guy hanging up on the wall. Well, I better shoot him. So I shot him.
Yeah.
But he didn't die. I had to go cut him free. I was like, why am I cutting him free? He's infected. I should know this. I'm a Marine. And then I get pulled off by an alien, off this guy, when an alien would have just bit my head off. He's a sneaky. He doesn't want to wrestle me. So I end up shooting him with my pistol.
Sure.
Okay, right, so we're going to skip this whole horrid bit. We're going to get rid of all the spoilers. We're going to throw them away. So it gets to the bit where we're actually escaping the ship. I've got to pass this annoying kind of hold-off point back to where the beginning of the ship is, and we're going to go through the damaged umbilical cord. Yeah. And would you know it, the guy with the alien starts coughing up and he's spluttering everything. It's like, I know this is going to happen. What makes it worse is he sets off a flipping grenade in the umbilical cord. What? And then obviously the umbilical cord's fucked, and there's a vacuum. We're getting sucked out.
This is great.
Okay. Now this should have been the end of the game, right?
The end credits roll.
Because I would have been sucked out. I would have been dead. There's no way I was going to survive. None of us were. There's a vacuum of space.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. This is when it did it for me. This is when I realised I have just wasted 50 or 40 odd pounds.
Oh, dude, the pain.
Right, this is the good bit.
Yeah, lay it on me.
The character that you're playing is holding on one arm, looking down at space as if there's gravity there, and he looks up and there's his mate going, "Quick, grab my hand!" and he's just literally leaning forward, right? And the character starts climbing up, and there's a bit when he literally leaps like Assassin's Creed up in a vacuum,
yeah, with the airlock broken.
And he literally leaps and grabs on some more extra bits in a vacuum, and then the guy, your character slips, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then the other guy grabs you by the hand and then throws you onto the other end of this ship as the door closes. I'm just like, that would never happen. We have frozen to death. We have no oxygen. Why aren't we passed out? Why are we still on the ship? Fuck this game.
Hashtag buff boys.
Nothing in that game made sense. None of the weapons made sense. They did not have any of these fucking weapons. The only thing that made sense was the motion tracker.
It's like they poured Gears of War all over it. This is like...
what they did, they got a corporation must have got hold of him. It was like, oh, let's get some money at this. We'll give them new weapons. Yeah, let's say it's a Mark II and say it's upgraded, and then nothing else that they had in the film.
But yeah, exactly. That's the problem. That was my whole thing, because I was gonna be like, well, maybe it's like a prequel, maybe it's like set before any of that or whatever. But then, yeah, Mark II rifles, like they have more advanced weaponry than they used to. Like, so
the
therefore.
Funny thing is, right? You can actually get the weapons from the films, like the Hicks's shotgun, Ripley's flamethrower, and pulse rifle combo thing.
That's cool.
The thing is, right, that pulse rifle is a Mark 1, has 99 rounds. It's stronger than the Mark 2.
Yes.
And I can't even aim with that fucking thing.
Yes.
I'm just like,
dude, but that's I mean, that's really interesting.
So I was actually crushed. I actually packed up my Xbox that day.
I've never met anyone that suffered at the hands of Colonial Marines yet, so this is really interesting to me.
Is this the first horror story that you've ever heard? Is it?
Yeah, everyone else I knew wasn't into it. They avoided it like wildfire. Because they didn't pre-order and stuff. Like, I think it was that AVP didn't astound them before that, so they weren't psyched on Marines or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, if I was the same as everyone else, AVP wouldn't have excited me, which means that Colonials wouldn't have excited me.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy AVP, and I still enjoy it to this day.
AVP is good. So, it needed local multiplayer though, because it was in that generation where it just. I don't know. I don't feel like online only was the way to do that game, because that was because we got it in the house I was in at the time, and me and my roommates were psyched to do co-op Predator campaigns, or co-op Alien campaign or whatever.
Nice.
But you couldn't do it without having 2 Xboxes. So we were just like, well, great, go spend $350 on another Xbox, I guess. I've
got another horror story if I can. It's a quick one.
Alright, give me another one.
It's about Xbox. I'm going to tear down Xbox right now.
Lay it on me, go.
Right, so Castlevania. Harmony of Despair. Amazing game.
Sure.
Great fun. 6-player co-op, 6-player beat 'em up.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. I got it with all the DLC.
Yeah.
Right, on Xbox 360. Spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Recently, I tried to download it onto the Xbox that we have here because I wanted to play with my beloved.
Of course.
But obviously we couldn't do it because we couldn't do any local player or nothing like that. So we, I looked on Google, said, "Oh, is there such a thing as a local play or a modification or something like that?" Turns out that Harmony of Despair is a local play game, except for the 360. So
I just was reading that. Holy shit!
So we got it on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Right? So it's cheaper because it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Some of the DLC is free included in the game.
What?
So we didn't have to pay for that. We got 2 characters in the DLC,
shit.
an extra level. Get this right, and it comes with 4-player local play as well.
That's another 100 scones right there. Jesus.
Another 200.
You're wrecking me.
I know.
That's brutal, dude. That sucks.
Should I do?
Early, the man who has more money than sense.
I know.
But he does. Yeah, it doesn't have it anymore.
Should I do a happy story?
Can you give me a happy story? Can you counteract these scones of sadness?
I'll try and equalise it. Okay, hang on.
Give me something great. Give me something where you pre-ordered it. I don't know.
Okay, this is a pre-order one.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Good.
So I'm a big Warhammer fan, as you may have known.
Yes.
So
we know.
yeah. So I hear that this game that was originally trying to be released called Blood Bowl, which was no one could ever get the license for it until recently.
Yes.
The original Blood Bowl game.
Blood Bowl 2 coming out soon.
And Blood Bowl 2.
Well, it's coming out really soon, isn't it? September 22nd. Get hype, guys. Get hype.
Is coming out. You can put a pre-order down. It's about 20 quid on Steam.
Sure.
You get free Dark Elf team. Okay, sounds great. Played it to absolute death. DLC came out, paid for that. Got some money off from that because I had the other one. Extra teams, yay! Online play, here I come. You Hobbit team.
That's awesome.
I've paid for 4 different versions of that game. Each one progressively getting more cheaper because I've had the other games anyway.
That's interesting.
I'm still playing it, and I'm amazingly looking forward to the Blood Bowl 2, as well as all the other Warhammer games that are coming out, because I play and pay every single one and the DLC for those games, and I'm absolutely ecstatic about Warhammer Total War that's coming out.
Yeah.
That is going to be amazing.
Oh, dude.
There you go, there's my happy story.
Total War.
Warhammer game, even the really bad
Warhammer game ever.
Every Warhammer game, even the really bad ones.
I'll bring you back down to 120 scones.
120?
That's like 80 scones worth of happy.
I even have I even have
good DLCs.
The original Space Hulk game.
Yeah.
That is a really good game.
Space Hulk's fun. It's a bit clunky, as I recall.
It was.
I think that was its main problem.
Shooter.
I think that was its only real problem.
The remake.
Good ideas.
The remake for that was actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, dude, I'm right there with you. Like, I really love this stuff. As well, I really want to get Blood Bowl 2. I'm not sure if I've got the money right now, but pre-ordering
if
does
you got some
cool.
Warhammer games, man, I'll have to play some games with you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, we should just play Warhammer on Roll20 as well. That'd be awesome.
Sure. Yeah, I'll have a battle one of my other mates at some point. So yeah, I'm all down for Warhammer battles.
Let's do it. Okay, that's awesome. That's a really cool 120. I'll leave you at 120 because those were 2 pretty brutal situations.
Yeah. Hit me with your nightmare fuel. Come on.
Okay. You wanna? I'm archetypical. Actually, when it comes down to this stuff, I'm like a pathological believer of lies.
Wow, a pathological believer of lies. That is the best phrase I've heard in ages.
It's the best way to describe how I play games. I've got a lot of good like surprises and stuff, but it's nothing like where I've believed in my choices. So like I pre-ordered Spore, I pre-ordered I bought Towns on early access. I bought, so yeah, if you don't know, Towns was one of these first early access games to really show people that you could just dick people over instantly. Basically what happened is this guy promised an updated sort of Dwarf Fortress-esque game, right? And you wouldn't control anyone directly, but you'd say, oh, I want this dungeon explored, and the heroes you assigned to your village would go off and explore the dungeon and stuff like that. And I love those kind of games. Like I love city management, and I love that kind of like role-playing kind of style. The guy developed it, and people got on board. He sold heaps of copies, and it was awesome. And this was before Steam refunds. This was before like you could say anything to Steam, even pretty much. And it sort of like Greenlight had just started, so they were really just working on that stuff. So it was like this was one of the first greenlit games, I'm pretty sure. But basically, so he starts developing this game, and it's buggy as hell. It's crap. I play it for 10 hours or something still, even though it was buggy as hell, just convincing myself that I was in love, desperately trying to convince myself that I wanted to play this. Well, it's like, I thought I was doing something wrong, I thought it was me, but then like the feedback was coming back and it was like, no, Towns is broken as hell. Like, so like eventually I clued into that fact, and I'm just double checking my Steam library because I might actually have a counter on how long I played it for. But basically, the guy was like, the guy abandoned it. The guy, 15 hours I have here. But the guy just, 15 hours I spent trying to convince myself I wanted to play this game and not having a good time, getting just destroyed by ghosts and things coming out of the dungeons and stuff because I couldn't like actually use my characters.
Oh no.
Just buildings glitching out and breaking everything in the game, because if you build a structure and it's like somehow in the wrong place for pathing, just everything falls apart.
Oh no.
And that's the problem. Pathfinding was really broken, and pathfinding, like in a game like that you don't control the characters. I mean, yeah.
They gotta do it for you, yeah.
Exactly. I'd love to think that it, like, if I installed it now, something had happened in the last little while, and it's just everything's fixed. But, I mean, there was a patch on September 1st of 2014. If that helps. And
wow.
And
that's the last time it patched?
Yeah, that's the last time it patched, and that was version 14 of the alpha. So,
Jesus.
You know, they never even made it to beta testing or anything.
That's ridiculous. I think we should give Abby maybe... I'm gonna give you 100 for that, because that is
100? No, but come on, I paid like $10 for that. I paid like $10 for that, dude.
Oh, it's not too bad then.
You give me some...
Let's give you an 80 then.
Yeah, you can give me bonus time for
emotional level.
For emotional level. Poor Azavet, she's falling behind on sadness. Despair pastries.
Well, the thing is, I've dodged a lot of bullets.
Well, that's it. I think you're probably more calculated than me and Burley.
Like, things that I've dodged, you know the stupid people that fell for like buying Town of Salem on Steam.
Oh yeah.
I'll add the sadness scones.
Guys, you know that's a free browser game.
I'm up to 100.
Guys?
Guys, I'm up to 100 for Town of Salem. You're right. Totally right. I can't even use Town of Salem. I installed it and it doesn't launch on my computer. It's so broken.
What?
It's fucked. It's so fucked.
I think you get an extra 10 for that one.
Okay, 110. I'm wrecking it. I'm a wreck it. I do want to say though, my not horror story is totally Shovel Knight. I bought Shovel Knight on my Wii U, 3DS, my computer. I love that game to death. I play through it once a month at this point. Like,
so you're definitely getting your money's worth. It's quite cheap as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like $15, I think. I want to say.
Yeah.
I think we should take away 100 Sandless scones for that, because
cool.
You get a lot of love.
I'm down to 10. Down to 10. Money value.
So
we really got off topic from season passes.
the other bullet I dodged was The Sims 4.
Oh wow, yeah,
I dodged that bullet. And this is coming from...
That was even getting me.
I am a pretty hardcore fan of The Sims in that I own Sims 1, 2 and 3 and most of the expansions for them. But I looked at the price for Sims 4 and the fact that it's only on Origins and went, no.
You're a dirty liar. Didn't even have pools when it released.
didn't it?
No.
No, you
didn't.
could have a giant toilet as your house, but you couldn't have a swimming pool.
A giant toilet.
Yes.
It compared to Sims 3, there was a million functions that just weren't there at launch.
I still miss Sims 2. Making magic.
Sims 2 was good. Sims 2 was fun. Like
Sims
Sims 1 and 2 were solid games. Like they were really well constructed games. And then like 3, I think if you bought every DLC at full price, like on release kind of thing, Sims 3 came to about $3,000 at the end of it all. Yeah, it cost about $3,000.
Hang on, I worked it out for Monaco. Hang on.
Yeah, because I had a
talk
friend.
amongst yourselves while I go find this.
I had a friend whose girlfriend. His girlfriend bought every Sims 3 DLC as it came out one by one. So it didn't seem like much, right? Because it was like one by one. You're just buying a game every couple of months or whatever, basically. But at the end of it. Yeah, it came to about, like, I think the end total was about 3K Australian, at least. But every expansion.
We're looking at about £1,500 then, aren't we? Right?
Yeah, something like that. Something stupid.
That is ridiculous for a game.
Brutal.
I mean, I'm all for DLCs, I'm all for people, you know, getting a bit of extra cash for adding something to their game.
But like what you said with Castlevania, dude, like that Castlevania, what was it again? Harmony of
Despair, really good game.
Yeah. But if there was content on the PlayStation version that was included that wasn't included on the Xbox version, like that is the definition of like prioritizing different markets or whatever. Like I mean, like
what it is, I know what happened with that. Konami, their model was what it was supposed to be is that of the PlayStation version, but Microsoft and Xbox. Well, they didn't want their Xbox Live Gold memberships to go down, so they said, look, you can't have local play. And because of that, their sales went down, so they had to kind of add some extra DLC in there to kind of make up the loss.
Interesting. That's so broken. Well, Konami's really... I think Konami flies under the radar a bit because they're a bit of a legacy company, but they... And they're Japanese. I mean, I hate to say it, but Japanese companies do get a lot more leeway because they don't have to deal with the American like market directly.
That's right. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, because if you look at Activision and EA, they get shat on constantly. But if Konami, but it's like Konami doesn't hold that. You don't remember that when you think of the first thing you think of when you think Konami isn't necessarily the whole Kojima incident, like all this like kind of negative stuff happening recently or anything, or like some of their poorer marketing campaigning or things like that. Yeah, it's just interesting the different gravity those names carry, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, with EA, they've made a lot of good games. I mean, they've made Warhammer games, like I said, I love them all. They've made Mass Effect.
Yeah, exactly. Like
they're
not bad. They just behave badly sometimes.
With Mass Effect. Okay, this is a gamers worldwide horror story. When it comes to Mass Effects, the best way to play them is on a console, and you'd never want to hear that.
Well, it's optimized for it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you should be all the time with any game. If it's out on PC, it should be better on PC because it's a PC. You can customize it. That's what makes it better on the PC.
I mean, I see what you're saying for sure.
But you can't. Okay, you can't actually get Mass Effect 3 on Steam. You can get 1 and 2, but you can't get 3. And if you want to continue on with your saves, you have to get all of the games on Origin.
Yeah, exactly.
But
They're
Mass
all
Effect
interlinked,
1 and 2 on PC, you can't even use a controller, and it's meant for a controller.
And in the true fashion of all of our favorite PC ports, the mouse doesn't represent a control stick very well in the game. I'm assuming.
Not at all.
I played
not in the slightest.
What was that Xbox 360 game back in the day? The Club? I played that when it came out on PC. And the fucking mouse controls on that were the jankiest fucking.
By the way, the price of The Sims 3 plus all of its DLC is £354.79.
Wow.
And that's now, right?
That's now.
That's so much cheaper.
At this moment in time, looking at the store page with no discounts.
8 years later or something.
That's still a lot, though.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
The lowest price of just like the stuff, which is literally just models and bits and pieces and bits to put in the house, is just $9.99 per pack.
Oh, God.
If you're looking at like one of the full expansion packs, you're looking at 20-30 quid.
You know what? And I think I might just stick to my Skyrim and fucking build a house on that, you know?
I don't think I'm gonna play that.
That lets you do that.
I love that they added the DLC. That's an interesting thing about as well. So, let me just bring this up quickly. If I was to say to you, with pricing and DLC and all of this stuff that we're sort of going over here, the fact that that was a mod first and then they released it as DLC, that to my understanding didn't use the modders or anything to make that DLC. What ethical level is that on for you? Like, would you rather like send a donation to the modder, or would you rather pay these guys? I mean, like,
so hang on,
that's really interesting.
You're talking about the Skyrim Hearthfire DLC.
Yeah, Hearthfire. I believe it was. It started off as mods, and then they were like, "Oh, we can release that," and they released DLC for it.
They didn't get the modders involved at all.
I believe so. I'll look it up. I'm talking out my ass. I'm talking my ass here. I'm looking it
up. Okay, I mean, just use that as like a.
But yeah, I was curious. Yeah. Like this is like just going back to that pricing discussion. And the sadness.
So say I was a game developer. I made a game, and someone made a mod for it. And I really like this mod for my game, and I took it, changed it, and put it in my game and put a price on it. Didn't mention anything about the mod actually being available. That's bad.
Yeah, for sure.
A good example of a mod for a game or an engine, Gmod. Now that is a bloody good example, because the guy Gary, I'm assuming it's Gary, the guy made it for Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
And then Valve went, "Oh hello, you want to sell this?" And he's like, "You alright?" And they're selling it on Steam. And it works with all the games, and it's literally they love modders over there on Valve. I mean, that's a good way to make money from mods. I mean, making money off of mods is fine if you do it the right way.
I mean, we sort of...
We've dabbled in this before.
We've sort of talked about this before.
Way, there is a right way to do it. It's literally just, morality.
Yeah, well, exactly.
You've got to be a good boy about it.
Ethics,
so
dude.
I've just found a really you know the reviews that pop up on things. There's one for Hearthstone that says, "Built a house, got Lydia to be my wife. Came home to find a note saying she'd been kidnapped. Ponder at how Lydia in full Daedric armor with enchanted weaponry gets kidnapped. Go to rescue her. They demand 1,000 septons for her release. Pay them in exchange for the key to her cage. Free Lydia from a novice locked cage. Go home to find a giant killing the chickens. Lydia takes him on. She gets launched into space and dies on impact. 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10 would waste 1,000 septons on wife again."
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Skyrim's one of those games where you can have such amazing adventures, and then when a bug happens, it is the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I mean, I had a dragon, right, the other day, who was swooping around and he landed, so I hit him with my steel mace, but I must have glitched him somehow because his fucking neck fucking flew behind his back and he fucking flopped down dead off of the mountain at High Rothdar. He's like, wah, 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 with his head fucking flapping everywhere. I'm like, what the?
I once got a dragon to permanently tap dance outside the guild in Whiterun. Because it decided to like attack it just outside the guild and like landed in the fountain, and there was nowhere for like the model to rest, so it just kept spazzing out and tap dancing for several minutes.
That's awesome.
And it was hilarious because the model never disappeared. So every time I went to Whiterun, there was just this dragon in the fountain.
Do they?
It's great. You're just like, here's one I killed earlier.
Very interesting.
Okay, so back to horror stories.
Do you have one more?
I have another one that's actually quite recent.
Oh, it's a recent one. Okay.
Okay, lay it on me.
Guild Wars 2: Heart of Thorns.
Yeah, okay. This is a good one. This is a good.
See, I came out of this all right? Just to preface.
Yeah, you came out of. You got the good deal.
I got the good deal, and then
everyone who already owns the game having to pay for another copy of the game and not even getting the spare fecking key
and you have
to give to someone else.
It's incredible. I can't believe that.
It's like I've just paid 35 quid again for the game that I already own and some DLC that I'm not going to get to yet because I'm at level 80 because I'm a casual gamer.
Oh yeah, no. And imagine me just joining now looking at that. I mean, it sucks for you. I'm not saying like I have it worse.
Yeah.
It's like, oh gosh, it's so far away.
I know in many ways why they've done it, and they've gone, oh, everyone who's bought the game like in the last 12 months is going to get like a refund and stuff. And I'm like, well, what about the people that bought the game when it was released?
Yeah, that's
what about us that supported you from the fucking beginning?
You can call that 90 sadness stones, I reckon. It's a straight 90, dude.
Definitely a 90.
Which brings you and Burley to a tied 120, by the way.
Does it mean we have to have a sad off?
I think you need to ponder, and next week we'll have a sad off because we're talking MMOs and MOBAs. We'll come back to it. We'll say, remember when we mentioned that sadness?
Touched on that.
Oh no, for sure. Get into it because like that's so brutal.
Okay.
No.
I just mean
I'll have a think for a sad story.
Yeah, you've got a week to save up.
Alright. Alright.
But yeah, if you have any other stories, go ahead because we got a couple more minutes. I don't mean to rush you off. I'm intrigued by our scoring.
We did also spend a lot of time waffling as well.
It's a pretty chill cast. We've been thrown for a loop. Like I don't know if we really explained this in the recording that worked, but we moved this week's subject to next week, and that's essentially why we're a bit flustered. We didn't have notes. We didn't have notes this week. I mean, that's it. We don't have a list we can keep bouncing back to.
We don't know what we're doing.
So it's a bit more anecdotal. But this sort of goes back to my other thing about what I wanted the 5th episodes to be. I wanted the 5th episodes to be more live streamy and like Q&A even, things like that. So like just telling stories and stuff sort of get. I think we're hitting that stride. I think it was a good cast, and then now we have a sadness scones board. It's awesome.
Soon, anytime soon we're gonna have characters that keep making reappearances.
I've actually got my sadness scone, my next sad story.
Oh.
Okay. You've got a couple of minutes if you want to lay it on us.
Magicka.
Yeah.
That's a win.
Go back to that podcast. God, that story's so sad. That was in the last one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through my Steam list going, awesome. No, you.
Actually, that's a good point. Spore.
That I want to touch on.
Yeah.
Prices like games when they first came out, like old NES. Back in the day, they were like 60 quid for a cartridge.
$100, yeah. They didn't go down in Australia either. We still have $100 games. In some cases, yeah, some new games and pre-orders and stuff will cost around $100. Like, it's getting better. We are moving towards like a more properly priced market.
Steam is quite good for you guys.
Oh, Steam's nice, yeah. And especially because that dollar's a bit weak.
How much are you paying for like on average for a game on Steam?
Give me an example.
Less than a $5 normally.
I mean, well, that's the thing, yeah. Like it's
Well, I mean, there's no money off. It's a high-end game.
I can tell you right now. I'm on my front page right now. Like, what's a high-end game on here? Top sellers. Let's click on top sellers.
I would probably. I usually only pay like a maximum of £10 for a game.
Yeah. Counter-Strike's $15. I don't know. Like, it could be worse as well. I think it's better and worse depending on from game to game. Yeah. I've been over this with a few people before where I've bought games for international.
Look up Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh god, 60.
Isn't that meant to be free right now?
Is it?
You can get Tamriel Unlimited, which I think is you pay for it, but then you don't have to pay a monthly subscription.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, it's no monthly subscription.
Wait, are you serial?
60
for that piece of crap game.
It's not a piece of crap. Let's be fair, guys. It's technically an average MMO that has an Elder Scrolls name attached to it. Technically.
To be okay.
To be completely fair.
I'm not going to talk about it because this is good for the next one.
Oh right, yeah. Good point. Next. Segues.
I've actually played the beta of that game. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, I played the beta as well as in the weekend. Yeah, we'll get into
Why? Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Save that. That'll come up. That's definitely gonna come up. But yeah, it's $60. I mean, like, you know.
So we could go in. We could also go into like the ethics of like the Steam sales almost.
Oh god, yeah.
Because obviously in Steam sales you're cheating developers out of a lot of their money.
Yeah, and like in a sense for like notoriety or like whatever the system is, it's because it's the only marketplace that really holds the monopoly, you know.
which is why like pre-purchasing is kind of a nice thing in a way, because it means that you are showing your support to the devs.
Oh, yeah. For sure, exactly. And that, but like, it's an interesting thing when we're forced into a position where we're meant to vote with our dollar, right? Like, we're meant to vote with something that actually would buy us food and shelter and like sustain our lives, because it's not something we should be asked to use to show interest. I mean, like, interest should be generated by like how many people played the beta, or like how many people, like, I don't know, I just feel really weird about that kind of situation.
I think if you mix it up with, say, like thumbs up, beta plays, as you said, and maybe like pre-purchases, then that will give you a more accurate and a more fair kind of like choice for the
It'll be more objective.
Consumer. Yeah, I mean, if the consumer wants to kind of, as Matt puts it, you know, help the developer actually make the game, then you pay for the pre-purchase. If you just want to say, yes, I want to play it, you give them a thumbs up or something.
It's that, or if you desperately like want to be one of the first people playing it, reviewing it, putting your videos up online of it, saying it's like then you fork out for it. But if it's one of those games that you go, I'm not really that bothered about it. I'm kind of intrigued, but I don't know if it's something I'm going to be playing in the long term.
Certain indie developers, for sure, they've inspired that sort of loyalty from me. I bought Transistor at full price based on that, because
Nice.
I was going to buy it at full price, and then someone bought it for my birthday last year.
Hey.
Someone paid for it. It's fine. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, like. It was a bit of a flustered cast. I know we didn't really nail it all down, but you know, it's interesting that it's I think it was great, but I just think it's interesting that pricing works like that, and that's sort of how. I mean, like we can like, vote with our dollar. Yeah.
It's like pre-ordering is kind of a high risk gamble betting game.
Oh yeah,
it is.
100%.
And that you never quite know if like the product that it's a bit like Kickstarter in a way. You never quite know what you're going to get until the game's actually released.
Yeah.
Although saying that I will be pre-purchasing Dishonored 2, nobody can stop me.
But that's an interesting thing as well. I want you to play it. Essentially though, like,
I will be devouring that game.
You should be doing a 7 days to die.
7-day live stream. Just finish the game, 100%.
Just 24 hours continuous.
Yep.
I could see you doing that as a bet.
That'd be a cool thing to be able to do for releases. I mean, that's it. I'd love to be able to do stuff like that.
For 24 hours.
I mean, yeah, like to have the time to do 24 hours when like a game I loved released or something, you know. Anyway.
I've actually done a 24-hour live stream before. It's ridiculously difficult.
I wanted to do one with Geek Garden, like have people we split it up into shifts between all of us.
Okay.
Because like I said before, we have stream keys and stuff.
And you can actually have people kind of be
exactly.
hosts or something.
Well, essentially, someone would stop. There'd be like a few minutes break, and then the next person on the schedule would start up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We should talk about this.
Yes, we should. And anyway, I think
especially as we all live in different time zones,
it would it'd kind of work really well. And we could take a lot of the load off each other. Especially like my time zone, I know is so different from you guys. Like I could take your night shift basically, and it'd just be my morning.
We need to make a Geekcast. What do you call it? Stream channel. I suppose.
Or is there one? Because this comes out in a week.
I see what you did there, future Abby.
I mean nothing. Veil of illusion intact.
Future Future Avi thanks past Avi for his foresight.
That almost never happens, so that's a good thing.
Wow, I just had a really weird thought.
Yes.
You know, I mentioned that we're going to have characters on the podcast.
Yeah.
We just made a characters for the podcast just now.
Did we?
Yeah, future selves.
Oh my god. You can't do that. Stop.
I mean past selves. I'm really confused. Time is confusing.
No,
Timey-wimey.
I'm just envisioning a web series where I do notes to my future self.
Dearest future me, I hope that the children are well.
Dear future me, please remember to put the bed sheets in the wash next Tuesday.
It's a very short range. You find the note, you're like,
Also-
yes.
Also, don't forget to feed the cats.
The cats are skeletons. Oh no. Oh no.
Kind of reminds me of
Curse you past me!
When Lister was talking to himself because he passed out.
Oh, yeah.
He tries to be his own dad, doesn't he?
I love that episode. It's so funny.
That is awesome.
It's a bit of a weird one, but yeah.
It is a weird one. How do you live like that? One day at a time.
I sound like Blake.
Oh, Shagglehard. I have to find the Shagglehard. So we've been playing 3 again. With Big Boss. Except you don't know he's Big Boss yet. Oh no, spoilies.
You know what? I didn't like 3.
I love it. I love it.
I got stuck in the jungle.
I didn't like 4. I liked 3. I mean, yeah, the jungle is confusing as hell. It can be a bit like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is this? I'm playing it on the 3DS, yeah.
I
What
was
the
always
fuck?
a Crash Bandicoot girl.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fair. I mean, yeah, my girlfriend is as well. I think that might just be a thing. I can't imagine Snake appealing to little girls as much, to be honest. Just on a base level, just like generally. I'm just throwing that out there.
I used to
curious,
rock
guys.
the socks of the warthog riding levels.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
They're awesome. That's a great game.
I'm curious, guys. Well, just since we've got a little bit of time left, I was just curious. What would you say is your favourite game series or game?
Oh,
Just because I'm curious.
It's
I mean,
Star
everyone knows
Fox.
what I like. It's Mega Man, so you know.
yeah,
it's one of
well,
the
mine's
rules.
Star Fox, 100%. I love Star Fox
The
through
one
and through.
game that you would always need and play is Star Fox.
Yep, Star Fox 64. I have it in my 3DS at all times, the remastered version.
Nice.
I like at any time I've got an hour to spare, I play Star Fox. I just finish a campaign. It's I love that game. I mean, the first time the stuff I recorded for the podcast and around then, that was like the most recent time I'd played it, and then I'm way back in now. And with the new one coming out and stuff, it's super hype. But yeah, I just love the lore. It's one of my favorite universes ever. Like I just really like this characters and stuff. Yeah, I love Star Wolf Team and Star Fox and the lore of like Pigma betraying Star Fox's dad and like all that stuff. James McCloud. And I like the ending, that Star Wars-esque. Tunnel run with the ghost of James leading you out and stuff. Fuck, I love that game. I'm gonna go play it right now. I gotta go. What about you, Esbeth?
I don't know. It's really hard because, like I said, I grew up with a very small selection of games to play with. The fact that I actually got to play Crash Bandicoot on my friend's
Yeah.
my friend, was it N64 or
PS1.
PS2?
It's a PS1 game.
Yeah. So yeah, the fact that I actually got to play that, and the other games I got to play, like the games I bought myself were like the Tycoon series, so Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon,
Hell yeah.
The Sims, and Dynasty Warriors, and they're kind of like the core of my childhood and teenage years.
Okay.
And nowadays I have stuff like Killing Floor and
But that's interesting as well.
Yeah.
No, Killing Floor and Dynasty Warriors share a lot of elements. Like that's true to say. They're both horde games. I mean,
I think my true thing lies in sandbox micromanagement games.
That makes absolute sense.
which is why I love and I rock at Prison Architect.
that's us. Yeah. That's a really
And like Don't Starve Together. You guys have seen me play Don't Starve Together,
Yes.
and it's like
You
you
keep
guys
us
just hold me
alive.
back.
Yeah.
You keep me alive.
Yeah. I felt
feeding
like
me.
I was letting the team down.
still not as bad as the time Wyatt got us all murdered.
Why?
Oh yeah, it's like, can you come and murder these tentacles? There's just a couple of them. I wander into the battlefield and start hacking away, and suddenly 6 sprout out the ground. I'm like, Wyatt, you ass. I had like all my gear on me at the time as well, because I was just expecting a quick fight.
Yeah.
I lost everything.
That's awesome.
It was all Wyatt's fault.
Good. So okay, it's interesting. Now I know who to put everyone's avatars as. Crash Bandicoot, Mega Man, and Star Fox, coolest bros.
You're a cool team, man. You're a cool team.
They are cool. Hey,
Listen.
Hey, listen. Have you guys heard that song that samples Navi?
No.
Oh my god, I love it. It's by a guy called Wave Racer. He's an Australian DJ. He samples a lot of Ocarina of Time stuff and like video, just N64 era sounds actually. So there's like other N64 games in his songs. Check out Wave Racer. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Hey, link me, man.
I am actually pulling it up right now.
See, he even knows what I'm going to be thinking.
I might even send him a quick message and see if we can use Wave Racer for the podcast this week.
That'd be good.
That would be really cool. I would enjoy that.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Wave Racer.
Appreciate it, man.
We mentioned you at the very end of the podcast. Could we please use your music? You are a very popular DJ who gets a lot of popular votes. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. What's with these voices, man?
What are we doing?
I'm getting tired now, man. I don't know what's going on.
You're getting tired.
We're at the dark side of things. Yeah, I think let's wrap it up. This was great. Thank you all for. Yeah, that's the song. I'm not gonna keep playing that. I realized I was recording my system audio. Hey ho, professional. Someone play sad trombone, please. There's the song. Alright, thank you so much for joining us for this episode 4.5.2. Sorry it was a bit chaotic. Sorry, enjoy the Iwata gameplay, and again, big shout out to and
regale
all of
us
our
with
love.
your own sad scone stories.
Yeah,
give us.
If you can beat our top score of 250 million.
Give us some sad. Yeah, exactly. Give us some sad stories. Give us some Iwata stories. You know.
Yeah.
Just put them down in the comments. Tweet at us.
We might even say it out on the podcast.
We definitely will if we start. If there's might. Shh. I mean, no. Wait, no. What? I didn't say anything. You're all crazy.
You're crazy, man.
Good night.
What was that laugh, Burley?
Was it like a Scooby-Doo laugh?
Sometimes I sound like a horse. It's hilarious.
Good night, everybody. Sweet petites.
Good
See you
night.
next week. Talking about MOBAs. Actually have a list. See you then.